You know you want to start a business. What you may not know is how to make it a reality. GoDaddy Arrow's got you. It uses AI to help you find the domain name that's right for you. Next, answer a few prompts, and with a couple clicks, Arrow will design a professional-looking website or storefront in minutes. Arrow can even help you stay engaged with your customers. Just attach a professional email that matches your domain. With GoDaddy Arrow, you can build a business without having to know a thing about this stuff. Just visit GoDaddy.com to get started. That's GoDaddy.com. Premium features require paid subscription. See terms on site.
Every holiday shopper's got a list, but Ross shoppers, you've got a mission. Like a gift run that turns into a disco snow globe, throw pillows, and PJs for the whole family, dog included. At Ross, holiday magic isn't about spending more. It's about giving more for less. Ross, work your magic.
This is Optimal Living Daily. Get things out of your head and build an external brain by Marc Bilodeau of marcbilodeau.com. I'm your narrator, Justin Malik, the guy that reads blogs or articles to you every single day of the year, including weekends and holidays. And I appreciate you listening every single day. It really means a lot. And we're going to get right to our next post as we optimize your life. Get things out of your head and build an external brain by Marc Bilodeau of marcbilodeau.com. One of the best things I've done for myself is build and refine my external brain. All too often in my personal and professional life have I seen people try to remember details and rely on their memory. However, for most of us, we overestimate our capacity to memorize things. An external brain takes advantage of tools to help keep track of daily life and important details. By writing things down, it frees the mind to think more critically when the time arises. Otherwise, the brain can become too distracted trying to balance everything on a daily and weekly basis. Why have an external brain? Research shows that most adults can hold 5 to 9 items in mind for a short period of time. Therefore, if it isn't written somewhere relatively quickly, the information can be lost. However, some of that information can move into long-term memory. Unfortunately, not everything does. It is extremely difficult to memorize all errands, appointments, shopping lists, and other to-dos. In truth, it's only possible for a small group of people. For the rest of us, external brains can prevent us from missing appointments, forgetting important details, or failing to do our part in a bigger project. The external brain manages the backlog of our lives. Backlog is all the things we need to do. When the backlog is managed, precious brain power is available when new and unknown things arise. Otherwise, it can feel overwhelming trying to deal with any new information. Fortunately, most people can manage life with a notepad, email client, and calendar. The hard part is to incorporate an external brain in everyday life and form habits around using these tools. When it becomes a habit to use the external brain, there are less thoughts floating around. New and unexpected events don't feel as overwhelming. Also, with everything managed, a person is more aware of their surroundings. Furthermore, it can open the door for potential opportunities and new challenges. The calendar. Most people already use a calendar. Therefore, this tool is easy to adopt and utilize. However, it's important to add events as soon as possible instead of adding them later. Many times people intend to put it on their calendar. Instead, they try to remember it. Unfortunately, it doesn't take long for most people to forget due to our limited working memory. Recommendation: Google Calendar has the ability to share multiple calendars. This is especially important for families, so everyone's schedules can be in one place. This makes it much easier to add appointments without coordinating between other family members and schedules. Call to action: whenever there's an appointment or an event that has to be done at a certain time, add it to the calendar and set a reminder. Once it's in the calendar, you're free to use that extra brain power for other things until you receive the reminder. The notepad. A paper notepad, a small notebook, or an application are all great tools to organize to-do lists and thoughts. Some people use sticky notes or a notepad at their desk. However, it's important to have one notepad and to keep it within reach. The challenge is to make sure that the information makes it to the notepad. Otherwise, those details are easily lost. Recommendation: Evernote is designed for taking notes, organizing, task lists, and archiving. It's available from a browser, an installable application, and smartphones, so all the information is available for reference at any time. Call to action: pick a primary source to keep to-dos, lists, and notes. As something comes up, write it down as soon as possible. Secondly, it's important to be clear when taking notes. Write everything down as if giving instructions to someone else. For example, instead of writing groceries, write groceries, milk, eggs, tomatoes. Once the details are in the notepad, you're free to use that brain power for other things. Each day, reference your notes to take action on short-term and long-term items. Email. Most people already have one or more email addresses. Ideally, an email client must manage multiple email addresses. Otherwise, it takes more time and effort to check multiple sources. Furthermore, this increases the likelihood of missing important information. Inbox zero is a disciplined approach to managing emails. The goal is to achieve zero or almost zero messages in the inbox. An unmanaged inbox is hard to navigate. It's cluttered and mentally overwhelming. Action items should either be put on the calendar, in the notepad, or moved to a special folder to follow up at a later time. More importantly, avoid excessively checking email or reacting to any new mail notification. In truth, nothing received from email is urgent. Urgent matters come from direct contact either in person or over the phone. Unfortunately, email tends to give us a false sense of urgency. In reality, people check their email at different times. Also, it's unrealistic to think someone checks their email every 5 minutes. Ideally, check email once or twice a day, but no more than once an hour if possible. Recommendation: Gmail helps organize email communications for one or more email addresses. Call to action: find an email client that manages all your emails. Try to check email infrequently. When checking email, strive to empty the inbox. Move emails to other folders if they require follow-up that takes more than a couple of minutes. Treat email as informative. If an email has an action item, then record it into your notepad or calendar. Conclusion: our memories aren't as good as we think. Therefore, an external brain becomes a critical everyday tool. Thankfully, an external brain is manageable with just a calendar, a notepad, and an email client. Everyone is different, and our systems of organization will vary. However, investing a little time to take advantage of these tools, build an external brain, and get into the habit of using them throughout the day will pay huge dividends with your time and overall well-being. You just listened to the post titled, "Get Things Out of Your Head and Build an External Brain" by Marc Bilodeau of marcbilodeau.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. We all know the struggle of the holiday gift hunt. You want something personal, but also want to avoid buying clutter. That's why I recommend Aura Frames. It makes holiday shopping incredibly easy because it's meaningful and looks beautiful in any home. My favorite feature is that you can preload photos before it even ships. I set one up where I added a welcome message and a whole album of memories. It connects to Wi-Fi, and you can share photos and videos effortlessly straight from your phone, keeping everyone connected all year long. Don't wait. Win the holidays now with Aura Frames. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code OLD at checkout. That's AURA frames.com, promo code OLD. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. It's time for Cyber Monday, Dell Technologies' biggest sale of the year. That's right, you'll find the lowest prices of the year on select Dell PCs like the Dell 16 Plus with Intel Core Ultra processors. And with built-in advanced AI features, it's the PC that helps you do more faster. From smarter multitasking to extended battery life, these PCs get the busy work done so you can focus on what matters most to you. Plus, earn Dell rewards and enjoy many other benefits like free shipping, expert support, price match guarantee, and flexible financing options. They also have the biggest deals on accessories that pair perfectly with your Dell PC, improving the way you work, play, and connect. Whether you just started holiday shopping or you're finishing up, these PCs and accessories make perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Shop now at dell.com/deals and don't miss out on the best prices of the year. That's dell.com/deals. Thank you to Marc. I definitely overestimate my own memory sometimes, thinking, oh, I only need 5 things from the grocery store. I can remember that. And then I get home and realize I forgot the main reason I went in the first place. And with appointments or repetitive things that need to be done every few days to every month or even once a year, there's no chance I'll remember those on time. So for me, and he mentioned it briefly, using the phone to set reminders is key. I have an iPhone, and when I set reminders, it automatically goes into the calendar app I use. And I love this because I can see on the calendar what reminders I have for that day. And some are pretty minor or obvious, like changing my toothbrush head or taking out the trash. Some are things I'm likely to forget, like canceling a trial subscription. So I love this tip. For me, it's a game changer and ends up saving a lot of time and headaches. Something to try if you aren't already. But that'll do it for today. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow as usual, where your optimal life awaits.